right, are we recording? Yes, we are. Hello and welcome to the Darren Green Show, your one-stop shop for celebrity gossip, news and music, pop culture, and the latest gab on social media. Be sure that if you are watching this on YouTube to leave your thoughts in the comments, leave a like. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are we doing? Also, for the audio listeners, hey, how y'all are y'all? What's going on? Be sure to rate the podcast and leave a review. And I am joined with some guests. Okay, I'm here with the lovely Miss Medusa Show Off. Okay. And the daring L Teddy 27 official child, he's back on the show because he likes to say that he doesn't get invited enough, honey, but he's always being invited. Okay. Let's be
I
perfect.
get invited here, but I ain't been on Medusa's show.
The line is always moving.
It's always moving.
I literally invited this nigga onto my show, and he was like, "I'm busy." I'm like,
When was that?
Like, you were like, "I'm out of town. I'll be out of town next week," and that was that. So don't do me. Like,
Girl.
you let me know when you have time to come onto my shit. Like,
Ooh,
I'm
what?
always extending the offer. So yeah. We're already starting off with lies and fallacies.
Not lies and deception.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
Girl, I want to say, because look, I want to talk to the listeners real quick because I was not on last Wednesday. Let me tell you something. Like I said, like I've been talking about this whole, every past couple episodes. I started a new job. They had me on some weird ass hours, child. I was working like 12 to 8. Girl, I was like, I came home. I'm like, girl, I'm going to bed, honey. I'm watching X-Men 97 and I'm going to bed. That was a crazy ass episode.
Wasn't it?
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm out the loop. Is it a new show?
Yeah. Okay. So remember X-Men back in the 90s? It was an old 90s cartoon.
Okay. Yeah.
They revived it. The MCU revived it, and they made X-Men 97. So it's basically like a continuation of that cartoon, and it's a lot more graphic. It's a lot of stuff go down. But it's on Disney.
Oh, my husband will probably like that.
He probably did watch it back in the day.
Right, that's one thing. He's probably watching it already, because he's probably already watching.
Ask about the season's still going on. It's just a lot. I started watching the old series because I never watched it growing up because I never gave it a chance because I always thought X-Men was corny. But as an adult, like when you really get into the things and really get to this, is like how
I absolutely watched it when the original 90s series was. I absolutely watched it, was enthralled with it, never missed an episode.
But it's the relatability of it is what I'm saying. As an adult, I can see, girl, I know how y'all be feeling out here. Huh?
I gotta get into it. Into it.
You never
really I know my husband would love stuff like that. I probably won't. I'm like, yeah.
How's everybody's week been? This is the end of the week. It will be Friday by the time this podcast comes out. I was just running around working, and then also, girl, going to the bank, child. What y'all doing?
I've had a very eventful week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my face has been, honestly, I'm tired of seeing my face. I'm tired of hearing my voice. I keep seeing it everywhere. I keep getting tired.
Look at you.
Out there doing the thing.
No, but
so for the listeners that may not know, Medusa's TikTok videos has been circulating around online. We're talking World Star. We're talking on site Ali's blog. Other platforms, we got people like the little chipmunk or Tom and Jerry Mouse academics. He posted you with didn't post your credentials though, whatever. You getting out there. Okay.
Yeah. Just don't forget us little people. Just remember we were here in the way back when. Just don't forget us little people.
I still got a lot of things to work on right now. I got a lot of things to work on, child.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
We're so happy for you. We're so proud of you. We're so happy for you.
Yes. And I want to say thank y'all to this new surge of subscribers because we recently did the live for Summer House. And I did it on my channel, which was like I was very surprised. I was telling y'all, y'all better share it because look, I don't know, they don't like me when I do lives, or the algorithm don't like me when I do lives.
I was in that live.
People was in there. I was like, okay.
I didn't know that people watch Summer House like.
No, people. It's a really interesting show. I hope they really bring it back next season because it isn't really getting the ratings I'm hearing.
I just can't get into it. I just feel like it's a bunch of drunk people arguing about nothing.
I mean, that's half of Bravo.
It is half a Bravo.
I don't know. Other Bravo shows to me are a little more interesting. It's just, girl, why are you crying? Why?
Yeah, why are you crying?
And then what about the dude, the German one? Somebody on Twitter was like, I hate Amir is. Oh, you got a girlfriend, and now you talk about her every 2 fucking seconds. Like your whole personality is built on you being in a relationship now. Shut up. We get it. You have a girlfriend. Like,
Oh, don't forget, he said that he's always been scared of black females.
Horrible.
He said that on this season?
No, he said it in a tweet
that's
years
a
ago.
past tweet that he had years ago.
Well, we've all had problematic tweets. What was like, how long? Like
he still gives that energy right now, though.
Is he with a black woman or is she like big?
No, she's Cuban, and Cubans are some of the most racist people on this planet.
They are horrible. I'm sorry. At least when it comes to us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much. There's a lot of people that commented. There's a lot of people that subscribe. So welcome to the show. This is the Darren Green Show. If it's your first time listening to the podcast or whatever, let's get into the things. We got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about Kendrick Lamar and Drake's beef, girl, the remnants of this beef, girl. We got to talk about Shaunie O'Neal. We got to talk about Cardi B, child, and this Met Gala situation. Girl. Yeah, we do. Sukihana over there beefing and doing
or as I call her, Suck It Hannah.
All that and more coming up on the Darren Green Show. Now we can start with the whole Kendrick thing. Let's get this out the way because I mean it was a big topic still in more recent news. Like one of Drake's front gate securities got shot. It was like a drive-by shooting actually. In more recent news, child, another man. I mean, a man is in custody right now for attempting to trespass Drake's Toronto home. What's going on? His OVO store got vandalized, I'm hearing too. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, this is so similar to Tupac and Biggie.
It's not.
You know how the media is going to spin it though.
I mean, you know what? They were both was a fake ass gangster, and then one of them, yeah. So maybe it is a little closer.
Which one was the fake gangster?
Tupac.
What?
Yes. Tupac was not a thug. Like he was not. That was all one big performance. And you can go back and look at his interview.
Actually, and I in agreement with. I'm not in total agreement with Medusa, but I always say there's the before Juice and after Juice Tupac. When he played that role Bishop, it's like he just transformed into Bishop, embodied that character, and that just became who he was after that. Because pre the movie Juice, it was a whole different Tupac.
Yes, he was actually flamboyant. He was.
No, I'm not gonna say that he was a fake gangster because I'm not of the thought that somebody has to be born in the hood or in the ghetto to be gangster. I don't think you have to do that. I think somebody can be thug gangster and not born there. I do think that later on in life, he was in that life and about that life later on in life, which is why he met his demise when he beat that man down after they left that boxing match. And hey, he had to get some answers.
No, he had to get some answers. I mean, here's my thing. I feel like their beef was more filtered. It was created by the powers that be. Like when you think about Diddy and Suge and all that. This is two niggas that don't like each other. Let's be very clear. It's different. I think the people that are going to Drake's house, I mean, these are clearly fanatics that are like, I guess, riding for Kendrick, but I don't know. I don't know if it's safe to say that this is becoming like a Tupac and Biggie situation. Like people die.
Actually, I can see it because I mean, even Biggie said after a while, like it was like Tupac, the beef started to get bigger than what it really was, and it was starting to become like more of a performance, more like a clout chase before clout was even a thing.
As someone who was alive during that time,
I guess it's just because this is like the biggest beef that we've seen. And so, especially for
I would say it's this generation's iteration of that type of beef. But it's not this is not it's not like a Biggie Tupac. This is more like Nas Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's what this is more like.
Yeah, you said that.
If you say now this is like the Nas Jay-Z, absolutely. Absolutely.
Did Biggie ever write a diss track?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes. They were going back and forth. Oh, it was the whole thing. Oh, it absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I mean, I would say in that way, it was same like that. But as it becomes to like violence, like we haven't seen that situation happened, but there's people even alleging that this was a Jussie Smollett situation, child, on Drake's part, allegedly.
I don't put that past them. But yeah, I mean, both of these niggas are performative. Both of them pander to the black community. One of them they both pander to black women. One of them panders to black women a little more. Yeah.
I mean,
they both hang around with rapists. They both.
I mean, in the pantheon of this records or black or rapper battles, beef or whatever, this is up there. Like I said, you got your Tupac, Biggie. Tupac hit him up, Biggie did, who shot you? You know what I'm saying? They had their battle. You had Jay-Z and Nas, and then now you have this. And the reason I bring all of those up is you see it taking different levels each time. Back in the Biggie days and stuff like that, it was good enough for you to call somebody the F-bomb. And that was, you know what I'm saying? Or I fucked your wife. You know what I'm saying? That was enough. Now, we fast forward to where we are now, there's still the homophobia that's going to be in, there's still the misogyny that's going to be in there. And I don't know if we ever get to a point where that's not in there, because unfortunately that's ingrained into a lot of the hyper masculine patriarchal thing with rap. But for me, it was the layers of what Kendrick was putting out there. That's how you body somebody. Like, you would think something down to the second layer and neglected the fact that there was like 5 layers of a diss within one line, where you're going and you do, like you said the other day, Darren, where you had to do research on some of these things to figure out all of the different ways that they went in. But for me, as a purist of lyricists, I love that. Yeah. I love it. If you gonna give me that much, the English teacher in me, the lover of lyrics, I love that kind of stuff. But that's just my taste. That's my personal taste.
I'm just glad that we got this performative ass nigga out of here. And I just hope that
who which one are you calling performative?
You think Drake is performative?
Yes, but I think
nobody likes. I don't think
performative in what way? Because I feel like he's not.
Hold on. I think that both of them are performative.
Yeah,
I think that both of them are performative. I think that Kendrick acts like he's some pro-black. Yeah, niggas act like Kendrick Lamar is like the Dr. Umar of hip hop, and he's not. He's not no revolutionist. He's not He is.
I don't like the reference of Dr. Umar to anything. I think he's a heinous and horrible individual who should never be mentioned for anything. I'm sorry, that's just my own app.
He is a hotep, and he's homophobic. Didn't he drop the F-bomb in his lyrics? Yeah, like Kendrick Lamar is not an advocate for the black community. All he cares about is
himself.
Himself, surface level conversations in regards to black men and the elevation of black men. He's a black capitalist. Like he's so he
like I would say like up there with Jay-Z but
I don't know, but I don't know that how that's any different from any other rapper. If we're gonna make that
I'm just
saying, I don't know that's different from any other rapper or anybody else in that industry.
The other rappers aren't putting themselves out there to be some like revolutionist or something. They just talk their shit. But Kendrick acts like he's really down for the community, and he's not. He's just not.
So here's the thing though. Yes, I think that Kendrick definitely showcases him being performative. That is the shtick of a celebrity. If we, like what Teddy said, if you're gonna say that about him, you got to say it about everybody. I mean, we had a whole situation happen in Israel while the same time we seen a bunch of people dressed up like it's the Hunger Games. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I think that I think that Drake is performative as well. I think Drake, I never looked at him as performative. I just looked at him as a person that's just selfish and just thinks of himself and he's definitely not the culture, and he makes that very clear. I don't see him priding himself onto being that, or maybe he did in the past, but now he's like the Elon Musk of rappers. Like
he's definitely performative. 1 minute he has a Toronto accent, the next minute he has a Memphis accent, a Spanish accent. It's all a performance. The cornrows,
he'll always be wheelchair Jimmy for me.
Like
not the
the braids
will always be wheelchair Jimmy.
So how do y'all feel about like the media's conversation around this beef? Because we see a lot of people like Stephen A. Smith. We've seen Boozy come out and be like Mr. Morality and say, "Oh, I never seen so many men excited to see men tear each other down." Questlove said something recently, which I think was pretty. I mean, okay, I get what you're saying. Like he said, nobody
All of
knows.
this tear each other down and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you negate that means that you just don't know what you're talking about. Because
Right.
if you talk about some of the earliest history and foundation of rap, it was rap beefs. It was
Yeah.
people going against each other. It derived from, developed from people doing
Mhm.
the dozens and then putting a beat to it and being able to. That's how rap started. So if
Yeah.
you got a problem with people tearing each other down, that go. I mean, that's culture. That's a part of the culture. And I don't know that it'll never not be a part of the culture. That's just like saying, oh, I don't like when people, be ragging on other people or, doing it. I think we should always be uplifted. That's how you feel, but that's just
Yeah,
not reality.
and that's
And
not
if you
all of
say, I
rap.
don't want,
Like that's
why are
that's
we
one.
celebrating people tearing each other down? I mean, that's rap. Let's just be
Yeah,
clear.
rap can be multiple things. Okay, we. I mean, we got the Chance the Rappers and we got the Drakes and the Kendricks. At the end of the day, there's a market for everybody. So although I agree a little bit towards the beginning what Questlove said about this was a hit at women and children. Like there was a lot of misogyny that was in a lot of these diss records when it came to Drake and Kendrick. I mean, kids were brought up, which is very problematic. I didn't like when he said the same audience wanting blood but will soon write RIP in people's posts like they weren't a part of the problem. Don't blame the public for why these niggas is beefing.
Right.
Okay, they beef because they had their own gripes with each other. Okay, let's be very
Look,
clear.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that people are looking way too far into this. At this point, this isn't the Tupac and Biggie situation. This generation is not finna do the Tupacs and Biggies where you was gonna see each other at the award show and it was gonna be a problem. My crew and your crew, we gonna really be pulling guns out. And they're not doing that. They're keeping it on the wax.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. They're keeping it to the art. I'm saying the artists themselves and
Mhm.
their immediate crew. And as long as we keep it there where it's just
Yeah.
on wax, on vinyl, I'm okay with it. Because guess what? I'm getting good music. Because Not Like Us is a whole banger that will be in clubs all summer long.
Yeah.
Sucks to be Drake when it's about you. However, Wheelchair Jimmy, you just gonna get,
No,
dog
people was
walk
doing
all
their
summer
dances,
long.
honey. People was doing their dances.
My takeaway is all dogs have their day. And just like with Nikki, you had a good run. You should be happy that you were even, listen, you should be happy that you were even a part of this culture. You're not American. You're not, hip hop was created here. So you are a guest in our culture. And allowed you to get away with a lot. And it's time for you to sit down and go back to where you came from.
Mhm.
I don't want to see not near one Canadian person aside from Celine Dion. I don't want nothing to do with you niggas. Y'all get
Not
them out.
aside from Celine Dion, but I gotta give props when it's due too. Also, I think that we can say I believe that Kendrick won. Like he won hands down. There's no,
Mhm.
but I mean, he got Drake activated with Family Matters. I mean, Drake was you cannot. It was decent. It was a little decent, and he clocked his T with the whole baby mama thing. You over here talk about me not being around black women, or I'm mixed race or whatever, and third. But you with
A mixed woman that he's been with for 20 years, has 2 children with, and still has not married.
and cheated on what a white woman
No, I don't know.
and hiding your son because he don't look like you.
Is that I don't know how true.
Well, I mean, that's what was said. I believe in the Family Matters song.
I
Well,
I want to say that I'm not of the belief go back where you came from. I don't want to say that to people because people say that to us, and that to me that's always been problematic to go back where you came from, and some of us have been saying the whole time before them, but that's a whole nother story. But like I said earlier, if y'all keep it to wax, you could say whatever you want. I'm not squeamish by that. If you
Mhm.
want to drag mama's, daddy's, son, daughter, cat, dog into it, long as you keep it on the vinyl, go ahead. Get it how you live.
I get it how you live, honey. I get it how you live.
I mean, y'all both got baby mamas. Y'all both got baby mamas. Y'all both ain't married to the women, to the mothers that you have children with, and you both have mixed kids. So y'all got a lot more in common than y'all would like to admit.
Yep. And that's that on that.
Only
Okay.
difference is one can rap and write, and one cannot.
Pretty
One has
much.
ghostwriters. Because them ghostwriters is working overtime, child.
Mhm.
I hope they getting a raise. Anyway, this is a topic that Medusa brought to my attention. What's going on with Shaunie O'Neal, girl from Basketball Wives?
Shaunie O'Neal says that she never loved Shaq despite having 5 children with him.
No, she didn't, because she was a whore, a groupie skank. She did what she wanted to do. She was a groupie skank who hung around the hotels of NBA teams. She waited in the lobby. She made her way up the stairwells, found her way in the bedrooms, did what she did, got bust down, laid it low and spread it wide,
So
secured the bag. No, let's be clear. No, because she introduced this into it and we knew who she was. We understood who she was, and she didn't need to tell us this. But now that you want to remind us of this, let us remind you, because this was a whole thing. That was a whole thing. Let's not try to whitewash history and act like there aren't a whole group of women who say, my whole soul, I don't need to have a job. I just need to know how to lay it low and spread it wide, get with me a baller, secure the bag, and keep it moving. And by her saying, I was never really in love with him, man, we knew that. You were just here to secure the bag. This is not a news flash to us.
Shout outs to Corinne Steffens, because she definitely birthed a nation of a generation of city girls. So yeah, but let's be clear.
No. I'm gonna take that back. She didn't birth that. It was already around. She just wrote a book about it and brought more notoriety to it. But that was already, you know what I'm saying? That was already a thing.
But she branded herself as the face of it, and so yeah, and she continues at 44 to keep on reminding us of it.
I mean, you don't think she just? I mean, so you believe that she was in love with, that she lied and she actually?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, let's be clear. Shaq treated Shaunie O'Neal like shit. And he cheated on her all throughout their marriage. This is known that it's one thing to cheat. It's another thing to have women kept them. He would take out 24-month leases on apartments and have these women in different parts of the United States just taking care of them, getting them a car and just like taking care of them. So I think that's a little different.
I don't think that Shaunie.
Let me land. So I think that's a little different. And I think that, yeah, after seeing that happen for years and years, yeah, I would fall out of love with. I think that she stopped loving that man a long time ago and continued to have children with him just so she could keep the bag. But yeah, I believe it. I don't think that she never loved him, but I think that she stopped loving him a long time ago, but just stayed with him for the money. And that is, and I mean, and she even talked about it on the Basketball Wives when Malaysia was going through her divorce. Her and Tammy, they were being very insensitive, and they were just like, "Girl, okay, you got a divorce." So that's when I knew, oh, you never loved that man for real. I mean, this is nothing. I believe her. I don't think they ever loved each other.
Let's be clear. Let's not act like this is a new phenomenon. And let's not act like Shaunie O'Neal did not know what she was getting into when she got with Shaq. The history of basketball players go back, way back to our parents and grandparents' time. They go have, hell, our grandparents got married to men who have families 2 blocks down, whole other families. And you're talking about basketball players who are making millions and millions of dollars and have access to millions. And please believe, Shaunie, just like you were trying to secure the bag, dozens and hundreds of other women are also doing the same thing. So you knew, yeah, he probably got 4 or 5 other women. Long as he taking care of home, long as I have access to this American Express, you need me to have a few kids, here you go. Go ahead. We'll make that happen. And she didn't really love that man. I don't believe no parts of her. Go somewhere, Shaunie.
I mean, she didn't love
what did she said this on a podcast?
She said it in her book.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. She promoting the book.
I guess Basketball Wives canceled yet, or it's still going on?
I don't know. I wish it would, though. I wish it would sit down. These women are too old.
Yeah. Or get some new girls. Get some new girls.
No, just put it.
Y'all no longer Basketball Wives. Y'all basketball
matrons.
Yeah.
Basketball meemaws.
Not meemaw, honey.
Not meemaws. Not nanas.
Not they got grandchildren.
Basketball nanas.
You know what? I think the state of reality TV is really dying. Like, it's no longer okay, because you could put any cast together at this point and it will still flop. People will still not watch. People are not watching TV, first of all. Like, I think reality TV it's meeting its day. Its day is near, because it's just not as appealing as it was before. But that's a whole nother conversation, of course. I definitely feel like we should do like a video on that, because I've just seen I've noticed a decline.
Yeah.
And that's why you see a lot of people do a lot of scandalous shit just for shock value or lie. You know, that's pretty much
the authenticity is gone.
That's why a lot of influencers are influencers are the new celebrities. We don't really give a fuck about these celebrities anymore. What they're doing.
I think it has to do also with. I'm sorry to cut you off. Like it has to do with like how influencers are more like relatability because you actually see like the reason why we love reality stars was because in the beginning they showed us like this rags to riches type of persona and storyline. Whereas now it's like we're starting off with 5-room house and bathroom and foyer and all that other stuff. And I married a rich tycoon that pays all my bills and gives me all my Chanel. Don't nobody want to see all that. You get what
we
I'm
don't
saying?
See the progression. We don't see the growth.
Yeah. And that's why we see the Kardashian empire crumbling as we speak, honey.
Just like that.
Now they said Chris done got a tumor jail. That's what.
Oh, that's not funny.
I mean, really? I'm not nobody laughing, but I'm just saying.
First of all, let's be clear. These people, I'm not trying to trivialize what she's going through, but these people are. You want to talk performative? That is them. Everything is dramatic. You came out here and said, I have a tumor and a cyst. You didn't say whether it was cancerous. You didn't say anything about the prognosis, what's going on. So you had this big moment where everybody's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then you just leave it there. And it could be something that's very benign, or they say, hey, we just noticed cyst. We can, I mean, and that's why it's hard for me to have a whole lot of sympathy for these people because everything is for the click and the view, and everything is. I would respect you more if you had that happen and after you got it taken care of and say, hey, just wanted y'all to know I had this going on. I ain't really want to bring that in, but it was taken care of. My doctor was great, and we can move on with life. But everything is a click and a view for them. And
I
so
feel like that sneak peek gave Gordon Cortrell when he said, I have this news that came out.
Or just last year when she was saying that she had cancer. Last season.
You don't want to mess with that, but
exactly.
I'm gonna tread lightly because we don't know. And
right. I agree because I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's get. So, did y'all watch the Met Gala? I mean, did y'all see the fashions? What do y'all rate
it? 0 out of 10. I thought this was the worst one. I thought this was the worst Met Gala of all times. I feel like y'all be going up for Zendaya. Zendaya can wear some hot shit, and y'all gonna say that it's amazing. I didn't think that Zendaya's look that revolutionary.
I mean, it was. Hold on. Now.
I thought the bouquet on the head was not. I did the bouquet on the head. You can say
I didn't like that. I didn't like the black dress. That second one didn't do it for me.
I liked the second. That's the one I liked.
The black.
No, it was like a blue. The one she came in, it was like blue, and she had.
That was the second one.
The blue
one
was
that was the first one. The blue and green was the first one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting
Lizzo said, if she's not in your best dress, then you're fat phobic. So I guess I'm fat phobic. Girl, that's what she said.
Because they said that she was looking like foreskin.
Someone said
she looked like foreskin.
Someone said she looked like a chitlin.
Not a chitlin, honey. They said she got that dog cone on. I mean
I would have liked this if it was a train and it didn't like ruffle up at the top, and then if she didn't have the, it's like Lizzo.
But that's so offensive for me for you to say if I'm not your best dressed, then you're fat phobic. That really,
I agree. I feel like she's trying to. You know what it is, Teddy? She's trying to do that thing that people do on TikTok where if you say something about my hair, you're anti-black type shit, like. Where it's, if you say something about my edges, like you're anti-black, which you are, but it's like nobody was even gonna say anything. You're the one who brought it to our attention. And that's the thing. And it's Lizzo, like people, it's okay. People saying that your outfit is ugly is not, again, it's not every critique of Black women is rooted in misogyny and anti-blackness. Like a lot of it is, but not all of it. And it's the same thing with Serena Williams.
Like, this shit is ugly. How about that? Period. It wasn't full stop.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It looks like it's giving Alice in Wonderland, but like
you need to choose better friends and better designers or better people around you, because the people who said, "Oh, girl, that's cute," them the people you need to be mad about. Those are the people who you need to be upset with. The people who told you, girl, that's real cute. They're the ones who set you up for failure. Don't be getting mad at us.
I think the fit would have worked. I don't like the headpiece. And then the cut bangs. Like, why your bangs so cut up like that?
It was a lot of bangs on the red carpet for this Met Gala. It was a lot of bangs.
A lot of bangs. Do I have? Oh, I
Are we
don't have
gonna?
time. I don't. Okay, I mean, we can get right into it because nobody else really gave it to me. Doja Cat, you're a whole fucking mess with this, girl. Bye. Anyway,
I never saw Doja Cat's outfit. Can I see?
She had a t-shirt on, girl.
At first, she had on a towel, and then she had a wet t-shirt contest situation. Girl, I wasn't here for this shit.
Girl, I'm like, girl, not when when you was young, you just had your t-shirt and underwear. Like,
that's a wet t-shirt contest. That's what this is. It's a wet t-shirt, and she's having a whole wet t-shirt contest situation.
I'm actually here for. I don't know. Maybe that. No, let me not do that. Let me not get light skin mediocrity.
Oh wow.
But I say all this to say because look. Here's the thing: we got to get into Cardi because she recently got dragged online for not knowing the name of her designer that
she should have
for the Met Gala. Her words exactly was, "I partner with a designer. He's Asian and everything." Okay,
no, that's very offensive.
No, she said that.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And then she doubled down and said we were the problem. That we were wrong for saying that she was problematic. Well, here's my issue. And I said, wait. No, y'all got to give me some time on this. I'm sorry. Y'all got to give me some real estate on this one.
Hold on, wait, because I'm gonna give you some time, but we got to talk. We got to do the story first. So basically, this former Vogue director called her out, basically saying that the name of the designer is Sinsin Lee, a very easy to remember and pronounce name, by the way.
That's what I was about to say.
And basically called out her outfit, said it was bland, which it was. Now she took to her live and she made a response. I'm gonna play it and then we're gonna get into everything. This is what she said.
I want to make this very clear, right? First thing first, when I was on the carpet, I was very scared because the dress was supposed to be like on a little podium, and I've been practicing how to pose on the podium, but at the carpet I wasn't allowed to use the podium, so I had a lot of things on my mind, and I was being rushed to the front of the line. So when I was getting interviewed, I forgot to pronounce the designer's name because his name is a little bit complicated. So I was like, damn, how to pronounce his name? Like my mind was just racing. I think the former director of Vogue, he got offended because I said Asian designer. I said Asian designer because I know that the designer was Asian, but I wasn't sure what nationality the designer was. And I feel like it's offensive if I was to be like, oh, some Chinese designer or some Korean designer or some Vietnamese designer, because I feel like I don't want to get somebody's nationality mixed up. So I said an Asian designer. So I didn't say that to be offensive or to get your little Speedos in a bunch. But I do feel like as a person that work in fashion, I feel like the designer and my stylist, we work really hard for this theme. So for you to be shady because you feel offended or whatever, it just proves why you're the former director.
Okay, we can stop here. What y'all got to say, girl?
Can I go first before I forget?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Medusa.
One, I'm just like, don't they get these dresses for free? Don't they do it like free press and promotion for you to promote the designer and stuff like that? So I'm just like, girl, like you had one job and you couldn't pronounce his name. Then you're gonna say his name is complicated, more complicated than Belcalis? What are you talking about, girl? Like you sound ignorant as fuck.
Sin Lee. Like, girl, you
I don't care what his name was. He could have had his
Wait. I'm sorry. I need some real estate on this whore.
Let me
No, I need to. I don't let y'all in. Y'all got to give me this on this whore because I'm about sick of her. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of all you people. No, y'all been making me wait on this whore, and she is no. Y'all gonna give me this whore. Y'all gonna let me drag this.
Just let me finish. Thank you. I don't care if his name consisted of every letter in the fucking alphabet. It's 2024. You had one fucking job. I mean, we know you're not very smart. We know. But you got too much money. You got too much.
I thought you was landing because I'm ready. I'm ready.
I was done. That's it. I just don't get it. She just I just don't get it. That's it. That's what I'm done. Damn.
Y'all give way too much attention, way too much credence, way too much airtime to a whore that only got one album and maybe only 2 hits. Let's just be brutally honest.
Yeah.
Y'all give this woman all kinds of grace. Y'all let this non-black woman say N-words. Y'all let this woman do all kinds of carrying on. When your ass go to this ain't your first rodeo at the fucking Met Gala. You've been there multiple years.
Yeah.
Anybody who goes to the Met Gala, the only thing they ask you is, who are you wearing? That's the only thing that you ever, they don't even want to know who you are. They ask you who you're wearing. That's your only job, to know who you're wearing. So all it is, oh, I can't remember. Girl, I don't buy it. And then for you to say, oh, Asian and everything, and you not to think that was offensive,
Yeah.
that tells me all about who you are. But why do I expect for her not to be offensive? She's offensive to all types of people. She's offensive to me as a black person. She's offensive to me as a gay man because she said, don't get your Speedos in a bunch. She's offensive. You're offending a whole lot of other people. But y'all gonna continue to give this whore grace. Y'all gonna continue to let her, oh, we love her. Oh, she's sickening. Oh, she's vile. The woman is vile at this point. And if I were that person, I would be so offended. I would be all over the airwaves talking about this. Because imagine if this were a black designer and she couldn't remember their name and she said, I mean, they're black and everything.
Right.
Like people would be so offended. Or what if it were a woman and they said, what if it were a woman and they were like, I guess it's a woman and everything. Like, it's so dismissive.
Yeah.
It's so as if it doesn't matter. And if somebody treated her that way, she would be cussing everybody out from wall to wall. And y'all will be giving this whore wall to wall coverage for all of the craziness she does. She's vile. That's why I don't mind that her husband doesn't want to be around her. That's why I don't mind that people don't want to back her. Ma'am, you have 2 songs and 1 album in how many years? And y'all give this woman all of this? Go away forever. Because your mediocrity is on full display. And you people celebrate this. That's why I can't stand her. I hate everything about her. I hate that you people celebrate her. And I'm not okay with y'all allowing this woman to call me racial epithets at every turn. She just castigated this man for being LGBTQ. Don't get your Speedos in a bunch. Bitch, what?
Who was she talking to?
She was talking. So it was like a former Vogue director that made that initial comment that really got the reaction from her when he said that to basically tell the audience, hey, this is the actual designer's name that did this dress.
And they're gonna say, oh, that's why you don't work for Vogue no more. Bitch, what?
What have you ever worked for? What aside
like
from on the pole and work down some dick? Stop playing.
You just wear clothes that people give you. You picked it out, and at the end of the day, let me cook because I got it for Cardi anytime, any day.
And you just sing songs that people write for you.
I thought that it was very disrespectful because at the end of the day, people design for this occasion to get recognition. Okay. They see this big drama dress. I mean, even though I thought it was very mid, very safe, you get what I'm saying? Something that she did before, but just a different color.
Yeah.
But to say his name so that people can know who made it so that he can get other work.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And for you to minimize it, oh no, you making this a big thing, you're taking away. No, bitch, you took away all the work that was done for this moment. Let's be very freaking clear. Let me give myself a goddamn bomb, okay? So that's the problem here, Cardi. Okay. You want to be mad and you want to respond. I get it. You're a Libra. We're very sensitive people. Okay. We want to respond to everything. We want to fight the world when the world don't mess with us and third or giving us some type of criticism. But at the end of the day, you could have just said, you know what? It slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. Yes. This could have been the perfect opportunity for you to because if you do know this person or you just freaking your team just paired y'all together, like to talk about him and his work or whatever, since you know him so much and since this was a big moment for you.
She just
Cardi, go with God.
She could have easily
She actually
said,
can go with the devil, but
hey,
anyway, let's move on.
she could have easily said, it just slipped my mind, but you know what? I'm going to make sure I tweet him out tomorrow.
Mhm.
Let me get with one of my assistants and I'm going to make sure, because I never want to disrespect this man. He worked so hard on this because this man put a lot of work on it. There's a lot of things you could have did here, but to be so offensive, if I was someone Asian, I would be so offended. And I'm not even Asian and I'm offended for them.
When she said it initially, to me, it's like when people be like, we went to Africa. It's what part of Africa? What
Africa is not a country, it's a continent.
Right. West, east, south. What part of Africa?
Come on, pick one. Like, which one? This one. Come on.
Yeah, and it's like some Asian. No. And then it's like that also includes India as well. She's trash. And she's so ignorant. Next,
Next, honey, we are done off of that. Now, I did want to get into this topic right over here. Okay.
Your job.
Not you about to lose your. So this teacher went viral, okay, because there was some students that was doing his hair or retwisting it or whatever the case. They was doing his hair in class, and the reaction was pretty much mixed. We have some people saying that this is bad, this is wrong, he should be fired, he should be held accountable. This during class is unprofessional. Kids should be learning and not doing your hair. And while others are saying that it's not that serious and not every moment of school is for instruction. There are parts, and that's what he explained in this video where he talked about this was like, I think he said 15 minutes before the end of the day or whatever. And this was something to get the students up and vibrant. He had his little response. However you feel about this, I'm going to ride the fence with this. I can see how problematic this can be.
As an educator, I won't be riding the fence. I do have a stance, but I'm going to let y'all go.
Okay.
As a parent, I'm not.
As a parent, I'm not a parent, but I can see how that could be like a little. I don't like that, girl. Why my baby doing your hair? Go to the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, teachers do quirky shit. I never seen this before to get their students engaged. Like, hey, if y'all do what y'all need to do, we'll do this. But I didn't know that was doing your hair. These teachers be doing a lot of things nowadays to get these kids together and doing their work or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'll throw it to y'all.
Please, there's a couple things I have an issue with. I don't think that this is sexual because I saw some people saying that this is like sexual. I don't think it's sexual, but I do think that it is inappropriate. And that's just that. There's no sexual nature to this, but this is inappropriate. I feel like clear boundaries and expectations need to be set amongst children and adults, amongst students and teachers. There needs to be a clear line drawn in the sand. We don't want to blur lines. And I feel like this is one of those things where the lines get a little blurred. So that's my first issue. I think it's inappropriate. I feel like there needs to be there's a lack of boundaries between students and teachers. My second issue and my biggest issue is why the fuck is this being recorded? Honestly, like all of this could have been avoided if that's what y'all do. And y'all have this type of relationship and the parents are fully aware and everything, then cool. But but the problem is that everybody wants to be a goddamn influencer. Everybody is looking for a viral moment. You're looking for your moment. Why are you on live while at school? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Your priorities is all fucked up. So now you've made the decision for yourself. Now it's like either you got to pick one, baby. Either you want to be an educator or you want to be an influencer. And now the decision has been made because apparently you're about to get fired. So I hope it was worth it. I hope you got the content that you were looking for. And then not only that, this is an attractive young man, a conventionally attractive young man. So it's giving attention-seeking whore. I feel like and I'm sorry, I do think that you enjoy the attention that you're getting. In addition to that, I think it's interesting that you also made mention about how, you did this long, because he did a really long 2-3 minute explanation. And he was saying, like, I was running late to the hair shop and I was running late and this, that, and the third. It's like boundaries again. It wouldn't be appropriate for you to come up to your coworkers and hey, I'm running late to the hair shop. Can you take my hair out real quick? Because it would be a fuck no. I'm not taking your motherfucking hair out. The fuck? You damn sure wouldn't go to your supervisor or your manager or anything like that. I think it's weird that you go into these kids and again going back to that authority and shit like that. That's
the unconventionally attractive part I have to get down with, because if that man looked like Uncle Ruckus, do your own fucking hair, okay?
Kids are mean nowadays. No.
Like you said, he had a whole long explanation. As an educator, the most striking part is the part where he said, that's why I made a video about it, so nothing can be misconstrued. If you have to make a video to show that there's not a problem, then you shouldn't be doing it. That's the that's the litmus test right there. If you have to have a video to prove that what's happening is not wrong, then you should not be doing it. That's first. Secondly, this is a public school. Oh, I don't know if it's public charter or private, but whether or not it's public charter or private, in order to film a child in school, you have to have all kinds of consent forms signed. And then even in that case, it has to be a sanctioned video that the school puts on. Or if you're going to take the video, you have to get it cleared by the administration. The administration has to go to the district. Why? Because if that gets out and anything goes awry, they knew exactly what was going to happen. They have explanations for it. There's so many things wrong here. You got on the school shirt. You got on a school shirt, sir. You got kids during class time, instructional time, not receiving instruction. And I'm not saying that every single moment, but if I'm looking at this neutrally, you also said you had students come from someone else's class. So not only is it students from your class, you got students from somebody else's class over here talking about instead of providing instruction, they doing your hair.
And getting somebody's grades out in 15 minutes.
And then you said, oh, because we have a community and I have 100+ best friends. And that's the problem. Because an adult should not be best friends because these look like middle school children. You can't have, you as a teacher cannot be their best friend. First thing I told a student every day, oh, Dr. L, we a good friend. No, we're not, because my friends can go out with me and buy me around. You're not my friend. I am teacher. You are students. Please don't get it twisted because they like to, like you said, Medusa, they like to blur that line and they don't know how to come back to the other side. And I know how little middle school girls are because I'm going to tell you what happened. Little middle school girl, this is the little, like you said, he's an attractive young man. It's probably some other little girls be like, Mr. Lee, he real cute. And one of these girls probably went to their little friend, because Mr. Lee let me do his hair. And it's probably the little girl who probably crushing on him, got all kinds of hormones going on. Because she let me do his hair. And we had a good time. And she over there sulking. She's real upset. Then he said the parents know about it and they don't got a problem with it. That may have been true. But now that this is going viral and you got hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions of people watching this, and their child is all over Al Gore's good internet, some of those same parents that may have been okay are not okay anymore. Because they don't want their child all over the place like this.
I would have.
And then if I'm going professional, this is the educator side of it. Like you said, Medusa, there has to be clear-cut lines, but you done threw everybody on the bus. You said the parents were okay with it. You said your administration knew about it and all of this. You done threw that other teacher under the bus because now the other teacher got kids out of her classroom that's supposed to be at her care. You got your own kids not doing their work and not providing instructional time. You said that parents knew, so you done threw them under the bus. You threw administration under the bus because now it look like administration is okay with all of this going on, with you taping inside your classroom, with you allowing this to happen. You done threw everybody under the bus. And I promise you, today, yesterday, sometime this week, he was in somebody's office. He was in somebody's office. Several students from that class was in the office. That other teacher was in somebody's office. Administration was in somebody's office. Parents was in somebody's office. It's a lot going on here.
Investigation.
And I'm gonna be honest.
This was real benign and real innocuous, yes, but you have to be professional. This is a job. You have to be. These are kids. These are students, and they have to know the difference. It's like this, and I'm gonna let you go after this. It's just like when you're an adult, your boss should not be partying with you and your coworkers. You know what I'm saying? There should always be, every boss I've had has always said, you don't go party with them. You may start off, you may say, hey, I'll pay for the first round and then I'm gone. And I'm gonna leave y'all here. And that's how and now this is teacher, student, baby. You're a male teacher, and male teachers cannot do the same thing female teachers can do. And I know that from being a male teacher. You cannot get away with that. You can't be caught in the elevator with no female student. You can't even so much be caught in a stairwell by yourself with a female student. There's too much going on here.
Really?
Too much. You know how your grandma used to tell you from the Bible, don't let your good be evil spoken of. And even though it might have been good, it's too easily misconstrued.
Yeah.
To me, I was gonna just say, and this might be a stretch. I know it's not the same thing, but to me, it reminded me of like the whole Michael Jackson thing. Even though let's just say that he didn't do it, he didn't touch them kids. It's still inappropriate. It's still inappropriate because these are not your family member. You're an adult. They're kids. You guys. Oh, why can't I share the bed? No, like even if he wasn't in the bed, like it's just inappropriate. And that's my thing. It's just inappropriate. And I would really have an issue if my daughter was playing in her teacher's head. And there's a video circulating around the internet of it. I would have an issue with that because I would just be
even if he don't think it's that bad, kids sometimes have crushes and feel all kinds of ways.
He knows that. I'm sure
I remember back in school, child. There used to be them teachers that
that's what I'm saying.
That
he
the
knows
the girl students was all up on. We had a gym teacher like that, child.
Yes, we all did. We all had a fine ass gym teacher, a fine ass
we did
or something, and we all these men are not stupid. They know when little girls like them and shit, all of that. And then like my next question is, were y'all just all walking around with combs and hair products just what the fuck? Like they all
a lot of schools don't even allow students to do other students' hair like this.
Yeah.
Much less a teacher.
I just thought it was just weird. Honestly, I feel like this teacher is a attention-seeking whore that likes attention from everybody, kids, not sexual attention, but just attention, whether it's from social media, whether it's from children, whether it's from he just likes attention.
But I mentioned this the other day because I saw another video of a teacher in their car going off about their students and the parents. I said that you see so many of these videos, and the problem is this: a lot of the younger generation of not students, but teachers have to understand this is not the place for you to be videotaping. This is not the place for you to have content for your leave that at leave work at work and leave. That's still work. Just like on your own job, you can't come over here and get on your channel and say, I'm finna drag my job and tell my job all of these bad things. Because guess what? Somebody gonna have you at HR saying, hey, boo, you're not allowed to be talking about the company over there on your own time. That's the thing. And I don't know why you think it's different because you're a teacher.
Very unprofessional. It's very unprofessional. I never talked about a job on this podcast to this day. Because it's just like you never know where it goes. You never know it might hurt you for your next position, right?
Come on, you keep those lines of business separate. Honestly, I feel I live 3 different lives. I'm a mom, I'm a career woman, and I'm a TikToker, or a content creator, culture critic, what have you. Those are 3 separate lives, 3 separate entities. I do not blur the 3. You're not about to see me bring Jamal in here. I don't even feel comfortable calling. You're not gonna bring my son in here and all kinds of things. Like it's just no.
Like I even feel like that way. People never see outside of this white wall behind me. You're not gonna see past that. I don't need you to see nothing. I don't need you to walk around my house with me. I don't need you to see. I don't need you to know where I work at. All you need to know is L Teddy 27. That's it.
It's these influencers. I'm telling you, them influencer girlies. They will take their phone out and put it in front of and go live and stream live when we're at the bar, when we're getting our toes done. It's just because they need an audience around them at all times.
It's getting to that point, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we probably got one more topic to talk about before we get up out of here, child. Eating in there.
Oh, God.
Sukihana.
Suck it, Hannah.
She did actually. It's not playing. Oh, I think this is an old picture. She did drop a diss record actually called. It rhymes with Bopane. Okay, imagine that with a C child because we gotta keep it.
White girl.
And she's dissing
the white horse.
Sugar.
Yes.
Girl, she drags JT child. Now I ain't gonna lie, I did laugh a little bit with the whole Uzi and the thong thing, trying to wear your thong. That was funny. Yeah, she's dissing JT. I mean, are we feeling it?
No, I'm gonna just say this. I feel like this was a clout chase. I feel like the whole crab tooth the whole thing, you were looking for an attention, you were looking for a moment with JT, and you got it. Like JT didn't respond, and I wish that she never did. Like the whole clear this shit up. She responded, and I low key feel like you had this song recorded, locked and loaded, right?
Yep. And JT fell for the bait. She fell for the bait.
Yeah, she didn't at first, because at first she didn't say nothing, but she said, you know what, bitch, I got time. And honestly, she probably could use some press too. And so that's probably what it is. Because let's be very clear, JT and Suki, y'all are not on the same level. Suki, you're a Zeus girly. JT,
you're like you're
right. Yeah, I saw where you were going, but you thought about it. You said, yeah, yo.
I was like, wait, hold on, wait. I think
you had to think about that thing.
I was like, wait, no. Like JT's more of a love and hip hop girl. You feel me? Like I was like, I was about to say she's a Bravo.
I mean, JT performing at bars, dive-ins, and diners and stuff. So yeah.
So did Beyonce. You gotta start somewhere.
Don't do it.
You gotta start
Beyonce
somewhere.
did perform at bars, dive-ins, and
but not in the fifth year. Not in the fifth year.
Yes, she did in the fifth year. They started real young. They started real young.
This is JT's first solo album, so this is her first year. You have to start somewhere. So
I count the group shit. Sorry, I count the city.
No,
girl.
I don't. This is different. Those are two separate. No, this is JT.
Okay.
So she has to start somewhere. Okay. Don't do her.
I think the difference was Beyonce had Jay-Z behind her, and he was blowing her back out, and so he was putting all his money and marketing behind her as well. So that helps.
Y'all like to say that every time, child.
What?
He was grooming her. I don't know.
Anyway,
child, back to Suki.
Suck it, Hannah. Nobody respects you at all.
Yeah.
We don't.
That
we
part.
don't. At the moment that your first real viral moment was you vomiting on someone's phallus, and that's your first moment of fame, you would never be respected. You will always be sucking Hannah.
Yeah, and it's crazy because she came to my city too. She was on top of cars. They was throwing water at her. If child throwing water at that.
At her culture? I'm sorry.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, she had the whole downtown. It was right in front of City Hall too, child. Real bird girl shit.
It's just the way she tries so hard to make it seem like, oh, I'm still getting money though, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, yeah, but you're degrading yourself in the process. What is wrong with? Yeah, that's people tend to get paid for self-degradation. I wouldn't think that you would do it for free, but
yeah. And I always wonder why she gets so curved from the conversation. People will sit there and say the same thing about a Sexy Red, but y'all will. I've never heard that much energy for Suki, and I feel like Suki is just way worse. And
Sexy Red is an actual artist. She has a discography. She is, regardless, she's a well-respected artist. I know Teddy doesn't respect her, but
y'all throw this respected word out real loosely.
I mean, she's not headlining, but she's performing at the Roots picnic. Cookie is not there.
Big things. Sexy Red.
Yes. So I mean,
I'm not. People like her. She's much bigger than. I call her fans or stans the STDs because clearly they must like them.
Oh my!
When you're dealing with Sexy Red, the woman has lip gloss that she calls gonorrhea green.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you want from me?
I mean,
and on that note,
Cookie already said that her pussy stinks.
She did.
Did.
And it's still gonna get
That was the topics for today. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Okay, I'm gonna go around the room where they can find y'all, where they can follow y'all, what y'all got going on in y'all lives, y'all content wise, because I know y'all.
I'm just trying to be like Medusa. When I grow up and when I become a real content creator, I'll get to that level. But you can find me at LTeddy27 official on YouTube, as well as on Instagram and on Twitter. It's LTeddy27.
And you can find me at The Medusa Show on TikTok and at Medusa Show Off on YouTube and Instagram. I go live every Monday at 8:30.
I know that is right. And I hope
that's
you guys
that live. She'll invite me to y'all.
Ooh.
knew it was coming. That's how I was like, and
Me and Derek can't do Monday nights now.
I can't do Tuesday nights. So, but Wednesdays and Thursdays, like, I'm straight. So,
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays are a good day for me.
All right. Guys, see you guys later. This was definitely a good show. I will be working earlier next week, so I'll be getting out early. So you will get a podcast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, so a full podcast week. See you guys later.